Well, thank you very much, Vice President Mike Pence. Great job you're doing. And hello, Toledo. We love Toledo. But I'm thrilled to hold the first rally of 2020 right here in the great state of Ohio. You remember I came and I'd always talk about how bad our trade deals are. We did a brand new one with Korea. So now we have South Korea. We just finished a big one, $40 billion with Japan. On January 15th, we're signing Monster, a big, beautiful monster, $40 to $50 billion to our farmer. Our farmers will be taken in. I keep saying go buy larger tractors. They're coming in from Japan. They're coming in from all over the world. This is where they want to be. They want to be in the United States. That's where the action is. They're all coming back. After years and years of devastating defense cuts, we have fully rebuilt the United States military. Some of it still coming in. We have everything. We've got new planes, we've got new rockets, new missiles, we've got new everything. And it's either here or coming in. $2.5 trillion in new investments. Our military is now stronger and more powerful than ever before. In October of last year, U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a daring nighttime raid that killed the bloodthirsty founder and leader of ISIS. The animal known as al-Baghdadi is dead. And the entire ISIS caliphate is destroyed. And his terrorist empire, and he was indeed a monster, has been totally demolished. We killed thousands and thousands of ISIS warriors, fighters, and we have thousands of them right now locked up where they should be. Nobody has ever done what we've done in 3 years. And I'll say this, when we took it over, it was a mess. We did it in a short period of time, but when we took it over, it was not good. And last week, the United States once again took the bold and decisive action to save American lives and deliver American justice. And you know what I'm talking about. For years, the sadistic mass murderer, Qasem Soleimani, planned and executed attacks against American targets, killing and wounding thousands of U.S. service members and many, many thousands and even hundreds of thousands of other people. As the leader of Iran's terrorist Quds Force, Soleimani spread death, destruction, and mayhem across the Middle East and far beyond. He ordered the violent assault on the American embassy in Baghdad, and you saw this was the anti-Benghazi. We got there very quickly. And I called up our great generals. I said, get them over there now. And one of our leaders, one of our really admired people, said, sir, we'll have them there tomorrow. I said, nope, get in the planes right now, have them there immediately, and they got there immediately. Fortunately. But he directed the recent rocket strikes that wounded 4 American service members, badly wounded, and killed an American citizen. That was just before we happened to hit him. Soleimani was actively planning new attacks, and he was looking very seriously at our embassies, and not just the embassy in Baghdad, but we stopped him, and we stopped him quickly, and we stopped him cold. So at my direction, the United States military eliminated Qasem Soleimani and ended his rampage through not only that part of the world, but much bigger parts of the world. He was all over. He was a bad guy. He was a bloodthirsty terror, and he's no longer a terror. He's dead. And yet now I see the radical left Democrats have expressed outrage over the termination of this horrible terrorist. And you know, instead, they should be outraged by Soleimani's savage crimes and the fact that his countless victims were denied justice for so long. You know, he was the king of the roadside bomb. You know what the roadside bomb? And then they got bigger, and he'd send them over to Afghanistan and Iraq. And when you see our friends and our great wounded warriors and our great warriors, when you see them without their legs or without an arm and with so much damage, it's most likely that he caused that damage because that's what he liked. He loved planting the roadside bomb. So now he's gone, and that's a good thing. Bernie Sanders, crazy Bernie, has condemned the U.S. military strike on Soleimani, the world's top terrorist. Think of it, the world's top terrorist. And we're having people like Nancy Pelosi. That's a real genius. Do you believe that one? Nancy, nervous Nancy. But here's a guy who slaughtered and butchered civilians all over, and military, whoever was in his way. And we have Bernie and Nancy Pelosi, we have them all. They're all trying to say, how dare you take him out that way? You should get permission from Congress. You should come in and tell us what you want to do. You should come in and tell us so that we can call up the fake news that's back there and we can leak it. That's a lot of corruption back there, folks. No, but think seriously. So they want me, so you know, these are split-second decisions. You have to make a decision. So they don't want me to make that decision. They want me to call up, maybe go over there, let me go over to Congress, or come on over to the White House, let's talk about it. When can you make it? Well, I won't be able to make it today, sir. How about, let's say in a couple of days? Oh, sure, come on over. Now, we got a call. We heard where he was. We knew the way he was getting there. And we had to make a decision. We didn't have time to call up Nancy, who was not operating with a full deck. Now they want us to call, can you imagine calling crooked Adam Schiff? He's so crooked. He's so crooked. Shifty Schiff. Say, gee, Adam, how you doing? Listen, we have the world's #1 terrorist, killed thousands and thousands of people. We'd like to set up a meeting so we can discuss his execution. Would you be willing to meet? Well, I won't be able to make it this week. Well, you know, he's traveling fast. We got him lined up, Adam. You little pencil neck. Nine inches. He buys the smallest shirt collar you can get. And it's loose. Now, come on, Adam. We got to meet faster, Adam. We got him lined up. We got to take this guy out. We're not going to have another shot at him maybe ever again. But I can't make it now because I'm trying to impeach Trump. I'm trying to impeach him. Even though he did nothing wrong. By the way, did you see I did nothing wrong? They don't even know what the hell is going on. In fact, it's so weak, she doesn't want to put in the articles. It's so weak. They're so pathetic. They're so pathetic. So they want us to call them. Now, Schiff is a big leaker. You know, he leaks to crazy CNN. See with the little red light on over? Not too many people are watching CNN. But he leaks. So he'll say, you know, off the record, I got to hurry up because everyone's watching me in the hallway on my cell phone. Off the record, they've got the #1 terrorist in the world, Soleimani. And they're going to get him. They're going to take him out in the next 10 minutes. Please don't tell anybody I told you. So we have breaking news. President Trump, within the next 20, 25 minutes, looks to be taken out. Terrorist General Soleimani. He's going to do it. Should be happening about the next 20 minutes, 19, 18, 17. Then we get back to the battlefield. How'd you do, fellas? I don't know, sir. He disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. They want us to tell them so that they can leak it to their friends in the corrupt media. You got to say, though, that's a lot of media, right? That's the way the Academy Awards used to look when it was successful. Then they started hitting us all the time, and it became unsuccessful. I love it. I love it, actually. Oh, they have some bad ones here tonight. They have some really bad ones, some real sick ones. They have one good one, by the way. One good one. I have one good one, but some bad ones. Very, very dishonest people, and we have some great ones too. You know, we have some great journalists, great reporters, but you've got a tremendous number of dishonest media people like I have never seen in my life before. They write things that they know are wrong. They write, if you watch for the last 3 years, think of it, and then they get Pulitzer Prizes, but it turned out to be all wrong. How do you do that? They get Pulitzer Prizes for being wrong. The Pulitzer Prize doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing. I mean, I'm going to tell you about the Nobel Peace Prize. I'll tell you about that. I made a deal. I saved a country. And I just heard that the head of that country is now getting the Nobel Peace Prize for saving the country. I said, did I have something to do with it? Yeah. But, you know, that's the way it is. As long as we know, that's all that matters, okay? That's all that matters. I saved a big war, saved a couple of them. But under my administration, we will never make excuses for America's enemies. We will never hesitate in defending American lives. And we will never stop working to defeat radical Islamic terrorism. Never. Many of you were here. Look at all those beautiful red hats. Keep America great. That's good. For 8 years, the Obama administration enabled and emboldened the Iranian regime. They gave Iran $150 billion, including $1.7 billion in hard, cold cash. Can you imagine? No, can you imagine? $1.7, $1.8 billion in cash. So the foolish Iran nuclear deal financed Iranian aggression while allowing a quick path to nuclear breakout. That's what it did. And by the way, it expires so soon. They can have nuclear weapons. They're not, as I said before, they will not have nuclear weapons. By subsidizing Iran's malign conduct, the last administration was leading the world down the path of war. We are restoring our world to the path of peace. Peace through strike. Peace through strike. And our country's doing great, and I think something's going to happen that's going to be good. You know, we sanctioned the hell out of Iran, and we just put more out of them yesterday. And they hit us with 16 missiles. And I said, how many? We were ready to go. We were ready to go. I said, how many? How many died? How many were wounded? Sir, none. None. Pretty good warning system. None. How many were hurt? None, sir. So we didn't do anything. We were ready. We were ready. Not that I wanted to, but we were ready. You have no idea. A lot of people got very lucky. And thanks to Republican leadership, we're up. Can you believe this? I have a 95% approval rating. Can you believe it? And you know who second is? We do. You know who second is? Ronald Reagan at 87%. Ronald Reagan's good. And then one of these characters back there, they put me in a contest with the late, great Abraham Lincoln, right? So who do you like better, Trump or Abraham Lincoln? I said, Abraham Lincoln. So I said, who do you like better? They say they did a poll on this. I think I remember the numbers. All I know is we won against Abraham, Honest Abe. We won. 53-47. You believe that? Abraham Lincoln. I went back to the First Lady. I said, First Lady, I just beat Abraham Lincoln in a poll. I don't know if they had polls back there. But Abraham Lincoln, I always say I can be more presidential than any candidate that ever ran, than any president, other than maybe Abraham Lincoln when he's wearing his hat. But I like Abe Lincoln, but we're doing well. We have a lot of support. You know why? Because our country is doing so well. Our country is doing so well. And when we went out, we started and we went right to the top of the polls. It wasn't like these folks today. They're 2%, 3%, but they're climbing. We went right to the top from day one. We never missed center stage in the debates. Remember those great debates? We actually got high ratings. They don't get very good ratings anymore. They're like, it's like death. Watching, I should watch. You know, I'm supposed to watch. It's like my job. Try and watch. Watch the competition. But it's like watching death. It's death. Those debates are boring. They're boring. You got to sit through those things for 2 or 3 hours. You got to really be committed to the country to do that. I mean, you have some real beauties. You see what Pocahontas is slipping badly? And Bernie is going up. He's surging. Bernie is crazy, Bernie. He's surging. And Biden doesn't know the difference between Iran and Iraq. He's gotten it wrong 4 times. He goes, when we took our shot at Iraq. No. They're all saying, no, they're screaming. It's Iran. What? And his son, right? Where's Hunter? No, I went to one of them. I said, we have to have Where's Hunter as a witness. They said, what do you mean, Where's Hunter? I said, that's his first name. I have now made his first name Where's. Where's Hunter? Here's a guy, made no money, got thrown out of the military forces, I think the Navy, got thrown out. Had no job, had no nothing. So he went from that to making millions of dollars a year as soon as Sleepy Joe became vice president, right? He made millions of dollars a year. Would anybody in this room do that for millions of dollars? I would. We all would. He made millions and millions of dollars a year. Ukraine took care of him. How about China? He walked out with $1.5 billion to manage, and he never did it before. He didn't know anything about oil and gas. He was making a fortune. So where's Hunter? Where the hell are you, Hunter? But I'll tell you, I sort of hope it's Joe, because he will hear "Where's Hunter" every single debate 9 times a debate. Where's Hunter? And then you have Buttigieg. 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 I can't, nobody can pronounce, nobody has any idea how the hell to say his name. So what they do is they call him Mayor Pete, you know, like Mayor Pete. Here comes Mayor Pete. Doesn't do a very good job. Alfred E. Newman, you're right. Howdy doody, some people say. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. The problem is a lot of people don't remember Alfred E. Newman. Don't say that. You look much younger than that, I must say. So you have Mayor Pete. I mean, give me a break. Can you believe Mayor Pete? This is going to be the President of the United States. This is going to be. How would he be against negotiating against President Xi of China? And we just made one hell of a deal. Oh, you're going to see the numbers very soon, you know? One hell of a deal. They didn't like those tariffs. Thanks to Republican leadership, America is winning again, and America, most importantly, is respected again. Respected like never before.